don't understand is you say communicating with women in your country is difficult, but you'll go to another one where there's a language barrier and try to find a wife and or a girlfriend. So you're willing to put in the work to be with a woman from a different country, but you can't figure it out in your own country where you guys share the same language. At some point in time, you have to self-reflect and figure out what your true issue is, because there's no way in the world it's easier to go to a different country and find a woman unless that woman is being with you and or has a different motive. Because what I'm starting to hear is some of these men are going to these different countries and now their life is at risk because the natives are starting to realize, hey, y'all aren't coming over here with the right intentions. I've never understood the passport bro situation. How you gonna go to a different country to find a wife and then bring her back here? Do you know how much work that takes? Like, how do you build a relationship strong enough in that amount of time? What, you can't drive down the street to find a connection, but you can get on a plane and go to a different country frequently just to build a relationship? Make it make sense.
I mean, if you want to stand here, pander, be the chat GPT bot for these sisterhood of women, these women that act like men, think that they're on course with men, that they're equal to men and that they're better than men, go right ahead. You want to be a plantation bro? Do that. But all you're doing is digging yourself a bigger hole later on, because the problems that are persisting here in the West, they're just getting worse. Why do you think there's an influx of men flying overseas? Why do you think passport bros is a thing now? Because clearly, let me go ahead and inform you, women are not giving men what they want, meaning the things that check men's boxes off that they used to get 20 years ago, 15 years ago, women no longer have. Women are too busy trying to compete with men, be like men, turning them into cussing pirates that just care about the money, the gold, and they just want to rob you of your booty. Pause, if you know what I mean. They want to rob you of your dinero, your money. So women come in with these ulterior motives. Women have changed. Unless you've been sleeping under a rock for the last 20 to 25 years, you will see the change and why men in an influx are leaving and flying overseas to go deal with more feminine women. Because to be honest, if you ask a woman what femininity is nowadays, they don't know what the hell it is. They can't describe it. And if you start describing it as a man to them, they don't agree with it. They don't like it. It makes them feel weird because they've been programmed. So the closest thing a man can get to femininity nowadays is films from the 90s, the 80s, and the 70s. And if men start seeing these films, like, wait, hold up, how come women aren't like this anymore? How come the woman that you're claiming that you can go get down the block, how come they're not like that anymore? But they are, just not here in the United States, because only in the West do women carry on this way. Only in the West do chat GPTs like yourself, Mr. Derek Jackson Jr., talk like this and try to convince men to stay on the plantation. Only in the West. But over there, they can actually get that. And we're not bringing them back. And to say, why would a man want to learn another language to go out there where the woman doesn't speak the same language as you is asinine. Like, it's asinine at best, because men are not idiots. Men can actually have the capacity to sit down and study, or they can go overseas, study a language and get it as they can get it. You know, they'll pick it up as they go. Sort of like the guys that went into Vietnam, the guys that were in the Army, in the Marines, in the Navy, that went out to all these countries back in the 60s and the 70s. They learned the language as they were there, as they were going on and dealing with these women. So it's just an excuse just to be ignorant and not understand what's going on. So yeah, keep doing your job, keep being a plantation bro, and keep licking the boots of the sisterhood, because they're just going to reward you with a nice kick in your ass, leaving you on the side, just, you know, to be found and using you as a tool. Congratulations.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
So what this sisterhood bot, aka Derek Jackson Jr., wants you to actually settle for is a chick like this. Instead of getting a baddie, getting a woman who's feminine, understands her role, her duty, because she's not all brainwashed with Western propaganda and using social constructs to her fingertips to extract things that she wants from men and just discard men, and actually having bonds and relationships. He wants you to settle for a chick that looks like this.
These men go to countries where there are poor women and wife them because we won't submit to men who have nothing, and they know that. So I'm from a poor country. I was born in a poor country, and it's funny because my family back home, my aunts, they're lawyers. And these aunts that are lawyers, they submit to men. They're very feminine. They still take care of the home. They still have that feminine energy. They're still traditional, but they have a career. So it's very interesting that people just assume that everybody in foreign countries are all poor and they don't have an education. A lot of these women have better educations than a lot of the women in the West. But guess what? Even though they have education, they keep their feminine side. They don't let that education take over and bring them into their masculine energy. And they're not feminists. Also, you know, the thing is that there are a lot of poor women in the West, actually in America and Canada. There's a lot of single moms that are living off of the government. There's a lot of poor women. So the women that usually ask for the most in the West usually have the least to offer. That's what I've noticed. And they usually have the most baggage. So it is quite ignorant for women to talk about other women in other countries and put them down, because what you're doing right there, you are putting them down. When in reality, in the West, it's not great.
Exactly. That's why you have these rude, pirate-like women that are coming in trying to act and compete with men, saying that they don't need men, they don't want men. But when you go overseas and you deal with women who probably have jobs and stuff, who, like she mentioned, her aunt having being lawyers and still being feminine, still cleaning up the house, still needing a man, opposed to these women saying we don't want them, we don't know what submission is, and all these women cannot compete with the women overseas, so they leave stupid comments like this and these bad misconceptions that they have about foreign women. This is why these pirates, aka modern women, are going to be alone and by themselves and dry themselves out of the dating market. I already say that these women are going to end up pushing carts in a downtown metropolitan area, homeless, talking to themselves with plants, cats, and dogs in their basket, or a parrot glued to their shoulders, trying to restrict the parrot so it won't fly away, dealing and listening to her 24 hours a day. These women are losing so bad and they don't even know it. They use social constructs and they take it to the heart and they actually perform and use it on men. Absolutely ridiculous. But only in the West do women act like outlaws. Do they have no rules? They act like, you know, they're men. They cuss like men. They wear other people's hair. But when you go overseas, you deal with those women, it's distinctive. The roles are distinctive. Those women are not trying to compete and be like men. Men are not gay. Like, what the hell? How do they think that attraction is symmetrical in the West? Why do women think that? It's not. It's asymmetrical. Opposites attract. That's why men are going over there. Because the women understand, I'm to be submissive. I am to keep myself up. I am to be docile. I'm not to be over talking. You know what I'm saying? Getting on the man's nerves, giving the man peace. They understand that. And it's the simplest things because men don't ask for much. But Western women, they're lawless. They don't even know where to start. And even if you tell them where to start, or let's just say they do know where to start. The social constructs are so tight. They hold them so close. They're so confused. They're like, no, society tells me this. I have to do it this way. They fight with their own nature. Western women are the only ones that fight with their own damn nature. Bro, you can't make this stuff up, bro. This is why the passport bros rule. This is why I always say those women that are in the West that are acting like pirates are going to be real pirates with parrots stuck and attached to their shoulders, glued on there, trying to prevent the pirate from flying away, listening to you talk all the time. And you're going to be pushing a cart eventually, homeless, in a downtown metropolitan area by yourself, talking to yourself. And men are going to be in paradise with the baddies. Get your passport, guys. What the hell?
Today I'm going to talk about the difference between dating in Brazil versus dating in the United States. Overall, in the United States, I feel like there's a little bit of a culture of women expect to be like, chased, and it's really up to the guy to just, constantly go after. But the thing is, I feel like there's a lot of women here. When you meet an attractive woman in the U.S., she kind of acts like a bitch, and she might even like you. But she doesn't want to let you know that she likes you, because she either thinks that that gives up some type of leverage or power or something like that. Basically what I'm getting at is we play games here, and I don't really like that. You will meet more people and women in Brazil that are way more humble. Okay, the humility factor was a totally different thing. Our society in general, there's a huge entitlement. Like, we're all entitled to so much stuff, and I think it's definitely rampant in women, and so it's a big difference there versus here. You don't get that princess mindset in Brazil. And differences right there. Another thing is that I don't know, on the dates I went on, I didn't see. I noticed girls don't take out their phones at all. They're just they give you their attention. So at dinner, there was a pause, right, for a second, and I'm like, "What's up?" And she looks at me and she's like, "You're so beautiful." And I was like, "Okay, that's different." And then afterwards, we were walking around, and then we see a bench. She's like, "Sit down for a sec." I was like, "All right." She was like, "Here, turn around. Let me massage your back a little bit." I was like, "What the fuck is this? Dude, this is crazy." Like, women outnumber the men there, so I think they are looking too. They are constantly looking for, is this a guy that I could have a family with? And they genuinely think that way. I don't think women here are always thinking in that way. I just don't get that vibe. I think in the United States, a lot of times they're looking for, like, what does he do for my image? What is he, what kind of fun can I have with him? Or I don't get that just pure, sincere, genuine, type mindset. Whereas like I said, in Brazil, I do get that. I see women that, take care of their family. They do it like that's just what you do. And I think they view men differently there. I think men are much more important to them there. And I think that is why they work for their man there. They put in effort. They compliment you. They let you know. They don't play games. And yeah, those are some main differences. So guys, go down there. Like
Passport Bros.
And that's just one place. That's Brazil. So that pretty much sums up all of the misconceptions that were heard from Derek Jackson Jr. in the beginning of the video, and concluded with the response that was given by the beautiful woman in the last clip to that hyena. That's the thing. That is the difference. That's why men are getting their passports and going overseas. Men don't want to play games. Men just want peace. Peace, quiet, sex, silence, sandwiches, and they want a woman to be feminine, fit, submissive, friendly. And R.P. Kevin Samuels, because he said that he made that famous, but that's the truth. And for some reason, the constructs here, they just prevent women from going that way. They just want to extract things and see, well, what can I get out of him? Instead of trying to get to know a guy, trying to build with a guy. They don't care about relationships anymore. They care about racking up bodies and getting money. They're acting like men. They are now pirates. But yeah, man, get your passport, bro. This right here, this is enough proof, man. Just get on out of here, man. Get your passport. Man, I'm getting so tempted, bro. I can't wait, bro. Can't wait to choose a country and just go see it and just go vlog. I can't wait, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's so bad out here that even the grandmothers, like in this next clip, are letting women know that it's not the men that have changed, the women have changed, because men have always been the same since the beginning of time. We've had the same attraction triggers. We've liked the same things in women. When you poll us, we all find the same women between 18 and 24. The most attractive is their peak. It's biology, but the women have changed. Just like this woman right here is telling this generation.
It ain't the men no more. The women going bad. The women's going bad. It ain't the men's now. It's the women done gone bad.
You gonna flip the script on us?
Yeah, it's the women done gone.
You a woman yourself.
I'm a woman myself, but I don't do half the things I see these women do now.
They don't care no more.
Cause that's when the men don't respect them. That's why. Let me tell you something, Amber. You got to give a man respect to get respect. You know what I'm saying? You got to give your husband respect to get respect. Because as long as you respect him, ain't too much he going to do wrong. It ain't true.
There you have it. Granny was spitting. And that's exactly what's going on with the condition of women. You know what I'm saying? They've completely changed. It wasn't the men. The women have changed. And they've changed for the worse. This is why guys are getting their passport and they're moving on. So modern women, beware. If you have an ounce left of femininity, you haven't got your body count ran all the way up to numbers that include the morgue and the cemetery locally, then you might have a shot. But other than that, you probably don't. So that's the end of the video, guys. Make sure you guys like the video, sub to the channel with post notifications on. Also comment for the algorithm. Back monetize, you know what I'm saying? I'm just counting down the days, man, until I find the country that I need to go to. And if you guys have any suggestions where I should go, hopefully not a 14, 15, 16, 17-hour flight, let me know in the comment section. I love you all. Get your passport. I'm going to see you guys all in the next video. Peace.